Yeah.
Yeah. My eye is bugging me.
Why do you seem so scared?
Hey everyone, it's Christine.
I'm Tasha, again.
And welcome back to Paranormal TV. We are doing another reading, another tarot card reading. I hope that we're both in view. Let me just try to move that. So, I have a question about somebody that I know. I'm going to say the name for the reading, but I'm going to bleep it out in case she's going to know who I'm talking about. I think she's going to know who I'm talking about. But basically I want to know if they were murdered or not, because it was some fishy stuff went on with this person's death. And I feel a little bit...
Do you want me to give more of an elaborate, reading for this one? Or do you just want to...
So do I have to ask the cards the question?
You can put your question in, but I still have to know it.
Well, I mean, do I have to, say it out loud? I meant to say.
You don't have to, as long as I know it.
Right, well, basically, I want to know if Chris was murdered.
Okay.
Basically, some fishy stuff went on with this person's death, and I'm connected to this person, even though I would prefer not to have been. So I feel a little bit, entitled to find out, and I never went to the... It sounds terrible saying I never went to the authorities. I have no real proof.
One thing.
I have no real proof that this person was murdered. It's just weird things had happened surrounding their death, and other people were saying to me that they thought this person might have been murdered. And I had asked somebody who was closer to them, what do they think, and they just did not get back to me. So, I really don't know what to do about it, but it is a question that has been on my mind. Winter. He died in the winter.
It was close to the winter.
Yeah, it was November.
Yeah. So, I think they're trying to help.
Winter popped up, and he did die in the winter.
Okay, the first one is going to be your question. It's going to be 3 cards up here explaining your question. And someone answering it, then the next is 2 cards that gives a little more in-depth, and then the last card, which is a full-on answer.
You might say it a little louder, though, for them.
Okay, I am sorry. Okay, first we start out with the question, which is you start with the 3 cards. It explains the question that you're asking and also gives insight to it. The second one is a little more about the person or whatever the subject is of the question. And then the last one is the answer.
You know what? I just, I felt like I had a connection with the last reading. It just popped in my head with the finances. They're changing the partner program, and I don't qualify for it yet. I'm not going to qualify for it when they change it. So that's probably what the finances probably was. Because I'm going to lose my AdSense. No. Because, I make a little bit of it. I don't make a lot.
I am gonna...
So Alone popped up. That's sad. He always felt very alone, even though he was the reason for feeling very alone.
Okay, these are the 3 cards. Reverse of Swords. The Fool. Ooh. The Fool is actually one of the strongest cards in the tarot. Because he has a clean slate.
Oh.
Isn't that great? He's basically a priest.
Fog popped up.
Is it foggy?
don't think so.
Or maybe he's in a fog. Okay, this is gonna be more about his, like, life before
Okay.
it happened. This is gonna be, like, as it was happening.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is our answer.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
Because I actually don't get a lot of these in most of my readings, so go into the book.
Okay, I'm pretty helpful here. I'm helping you learn. I feel like every time I do a reading, you get cards you normally don't get. I'm just that, unique of a person.
Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords in reverse. Throwing your weight around.
Oh my gosh.
A hollow victory.
Bar popped up, and it was an alcoholic.
Bad timing.
Here.
Yeah.
That popped up. This person was an alcoholic.
Europe's abuse of power.
Oh my goodness.
You okay?
This is all making sense to me.
Really?
Yeah.
It isn't making sense to me, but
If you knew him.
if I knew him, probably. Bullying.
Oh my gosh.
Delay.
Apparently they had a very abusive relationship.
Heavy-handedness. Lack of planning.
They had an abusive relationship.
That's what I was about to read before you even said anything.
The cops were called many a times, from what I've been told.
Oh, wow.
This card is describing...
He who lived by the sword dies by the sword.
So basically, he had a very violent relationship with his wife, from what I've been told. And he who lives by the sword dies by the sword sounds like almost like a murder to me. Almost like a murder. It does. Okay.
The Fool in reverse.
Mm-hmm. We got the Fool in reverse.
It's like he's like a gullible idiot. The Fool. The card. I don't mean him.
Oh, I don't know. He might have been a gullible boy.
Foolish, fear of the unknown.
He was foolish.
Poor judgment.
He had poor judgment.
Lack of foresight.
Probably, yeah, lack of foresight. These cards are just describing him and his life.
Well, this is where it's supposed to.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm saying, like, this tarot card reading
Look
you're
before you
conducting
leap.
is very much...
Risk. Jadedness. Irresponsible.
He was irresponsible.
And the Three of Pentacles.
Are reading so well into this person's life.
Oh yeah, the cards never lie.
It's kind of eerie
The only
because
time-
it's so accurate.
The only time the cards don't... The cards can't lie, the reader can read them wrong. That's employment, first reward.
I mean, he was wealthy.
Well, this is basically saying that he had, like, a good standing in money. This whole card is money.
Yeah, well, he was wealthy. He did have, I mean, he had a property worth some money.
Success.
A small fortune. I mean, I wouldn't say he was necessarily successful at this time in his life. His wife, I would say, was, though. He was going through a really hard time in his life, and he was, like, drowning in his sorrows, but his wife...
It could be a card about her.
Yeah, I mean, so, like, him necessarily know his significant other at that time, from what I've been told, she had some money. She wasn't, like, she wasn't rich, but she was well off.
Yeah, that could be about her.
He had money. He wasn't successful. He had money that was, like, it was handed down to him. You know what I mean? Like, he inherited the money,
So
but he still had money.
it could possibly be about her. It's like
Emily popped up.
the weeks before he died.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do this.
Seven of Cups. There's an illusion that he's probably trying to, like, create.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, he got married.
yeah, the illusion of being married.
Being married and happy and all, but it's not.
Yeah.
He's not happily married. Which makes sense.
Fear
for
of
him.
success.
I mean, I can't speak so much into this man's life because I just don't know all the answers, but I will say he did, find somebody that he tried to create a life with, and from my understanding, it just wasn't working out.
Flight from reality.
He did call me one night and was just like completely delusional, basically, when he called me and saying all this crazy stuff, and none of it made sense.
Well, basically, this is saying that he was basically in something that he wasn't actually. He was making it out to be this great thing, but in reality, it wasn't.
That fits.
It was right, like, the weeks before he died. Okay, let's go on to the freaking priest. I can't say his name, so don't judge me, but I know he's a priest. I looked up the meaning.
We got cut off, and I don't know if you saw this card or not, but this problematic relationships was partially at play with this card. And then this card is a warning card. So, it's hard to get a straight answer because nobody can sit here and say yes or no to you. However, all of these cards
is kind of pointing towards it.
Yeah, I mean, all the cards are pointing to something negative, a bad relationship, whether or not he was murdered. I think it was a huge play at his death, whether he committed suicide or he was murdered.
The Chariot isn't always bad, but like from what I was feeling,
and from all of this,
I feel like it was trying to warn him of something.
Yeah.
So why would this card want to warn?
I feel like
if there wasn't something going on.
We don't have a clear answer, but I would say the relationship.
I think it's a little bit clearer on like
at
what
least
was actually going on.
Yeah, I feel like the relationship probably led. One of the things that led to his death because supposedly he committed suicide. Some people think that, and I think that he could have been murdered. He was depressed, and his bad relationship, I think, really made his depression worse.